Hi everyone, my name is Reynaldo Cabrera Perez,
And I'm Jasmine Hernandez Santacruz.
and we are graduate students at the University of California, Irvine. We are excited to be here today as part of the second ROLE Collective Symposium. In this short presentation, we'll be sharing about our initiative called Tertulias, which invites us to rethink how language operates in academic spaces.
Rather than defaulting to monolingual norms, Tertulias creates room for multilingual voices, lived experiences, and the cultural knowledge that often goes unheard in institutional settings.
It's about building community through dialogue and challenging the idea that there's only one right way to speak or to belong in higher education. Our initiative is guided by three core objectives. First, to critically examine dominant language ideologies in higher education by exploring how monolingual norms influence academic and social inclusion, and discussing strategies to challenge these norms through multilingual practices. Second, to foster dialogue across academic levels and linguistic backgrounds by creating collaborative spaces where high school students, undergraduates, graduate students, faculty, and staff reflect on their language experiences and advocate for inclusive, equitable educational practices. And lastly, to promote home language literacy and affirm multilingual identities by highlighting the value of bilingualism and bidialectalism as community assets that contribute to academic success, cultural belonging, and institutional transformation. Some of you might already be familiar with the term tertulia, a word with roots in Latin American and Spanish intellectual culture. It refers to informal gatherings where people come together to reflect, to share, and to connect. In our context, tertulias stand for transforming education through reflections, teaching, and unique language integration in authentic settings. Think of it as both a pedagogical space and a cultural counter-narrative. In our sessions, we explore a wide range of topics and questions such as what does it mean to be bilingual or bidialectal in the US? How do dominant language ideologies shape our classrooms, our identities, even our futures? We also take on contemporary challenges, including how artificial intelligence might reinforce linguistic biases and how language operates as both a tool for inclusion and exclusion.
To foster these conversations, we use case scenarios. Here's one. Let me introduce you to Elijah. Elijah is a 20-year-old college student who speaks African American English. He's insightful, proud of his dialect, and he's rooted in his community. But in one class, a professor tells him to use proper English. And later, a peer tells him to tone it down, to be professional. These comments aren't just about language, they're about identity, belonging, and whose voices are welcomed in academic spaces. So we ask, what role does language play in shaping Elijah's sense of identity and belonging within his multidialectal communities? How can societal attitudes towards bidialectalism influence Elijah's experiences and outcomes as he navigates multiple linguistic and cultural identities? What strategies can institutions or communities implement to support linguistic diversity while also addressing potential challenges such as marginalization or linguistic assimilation? These are the kinds of questions we sit with in our tertulias, and the conversations that emerge are complex, emotional, and transformative.
This project also requires us as facilitators and researchers to remain reflexive. We constantly ask ourselves, are we truly centering participants' voices, or are we unintentionally imposing our own frameworks? Are we creating a dialogic space or just simulating one? By staying open and accountable, we strive to ensure that these tertulias are not only inclusive in theory, but also in practice.
Thank you for your time. We invite all of you to continue thinking about how we can challenge linguistic hierarchies in our own classrooms and institutions. And, true to the spirit of the project, we'd love to hear your reflections or experiences at our discussion section. Tertuliemos.
Gracias.